Do you even understand what we've become? Captain Mac's voice sliced through the dim, flickering light of the command deck as his eyes burned with an intensity that bordered on madness. His fist slammed the console, sending sparks dancing like fireflies over cold, scarred metal. We are the weapon they fear, engineered to adapt, to endure, to conquer, and now the truth claws its way back from the abyss. Sarah stepped forward, her tone low and trembling with both resolve and dread. You mean to tell us that every catastrophe, every war we've fought, every nightmare that's haunted our collective past wasn't just a twist of fate? That our brutal survival was preordained by design? Exactly. Mac roared, his voice resonating in the claustrophobic chamber. Our DNA is a ledger of a forgotten war, a cataclysm so devastating that civilizations across the galaxy conspired to erase its memory. They whisper our name in terror, not because we're the strongest, but because we are unpredictable. We evolve when nothing else can, and that is our curse. Jax's eyes flashed with a mix of defiance and raw terror as he scanned the room. They say we were built to be the ultimate biological weapon, a tool forged for endless war, a horror engineered to be unleashed. Now they quarantine us like a plague, fearing that our awakening might trigger another apocalypse. A cold shudder rippled through the crew as the dim emergency lights cast long, eerie shadows on walls stained with memories of ancient battles. Outside the viewport, the infinite void of space pressed in like a malevolent force, punctuated by distant, indifferent stars and the silent promise of nightmares yet to come. Calvin's shaking fingers danced over holographic displays, revealing cryptic data, images of crumbling ruins, ancient symbols carved deep into stone, spectral figures writhing in darkness. "Look at these anomalies," he murmured, voice tight with excitement and horror. Mass extinctions, abrupt leaps in evolution, legends of sky wars fought by gods and monsters. What if humanity wasn't meant to evolve naturally? What if we were abandoned on this forsaken rock, our true nature deliberately hidden until now? A chill crept down every spine in the room as Calvin's words sank in. Mac's eyes flared with a dark determination as he continued, "We are more than mere mortals. We have survived plagues, famines, and wars that would have obliterated lesser beings. Our ability to adapt, to resist diseases that wipe out entire species, to endure climates that scorch or freeze us alive, to mend wounds that should be fatal is no accident. It is design, a design forged for war." Sarah's gaze drifted to a faded mural on the wall, a cryptic depiction of ancient humans entwined with monstrous, eldritch shapes. Her voice dropped to a hushed intensity. If we were designed for war, then who are our creators? And why were we forsaken on this cursed planet? Perhaps they foresaw the horror we'd unleash, a horror so profound that every civilization in the galaxy now trembles at the thought of our true awakening. Jax began pacing, his boots echoing on the cold metal floor. Every time we wage war, every time we conquer and annihilate, we're not just surviving. We're triggering something primal inside us, a force that goes beyond mere instinct, a violent, horrifying design. Our unyielding drive to fight, our restless expansion, it isn't a flaw. It's our very essence. Calvin's display flickered again, showing eerie footage of ancient battlefields, scorched landscapes, grotesque silhouettes of warriors locked in eternal combat, and visions of creatures with eyes that burned like embers in the night. "Our history is littered with mysteries too monstrous to ignore," he said softly. "Unexplained mass extinctions, legends of wars in the heavens, horrifying images carved into stone. They all hint that humanity wasn't a happy accident of evolution. We were engineered. Perhaps our very existence is the result of a cosmic experiment gone horribly wrong." A heavy silence descended as the reality of their origins pressed in on every soul. Mac's voice thundered, "What happens when the suppressed memories of the forgotten war begin to resurface? When the architects of our creation, the beings who forged us as the ultimate weapon, return from the void?" Sarah's eyes narrowed with a mixture of wonder and dread. They've been watching us, waiting in the dark recesses of the galaxy, hoping we never fully awaken. And if we do, if we remember who we truly are, if we unleash the horror we were built to embody, nothing will ever be the same. Our very existence will become an abomination against the natural order. Jax's voice, raw and edged with anger, cut through the oppressive silence. We're not fighting for territory or resources anymore. We're fighting to uncover the truth of our existence, a truth that could shatter everything we hold dear. Our kind has been labeled a weapon, a biological horror engineered for war. And if that power ever awakens fully, the galaxy might collapse under its weight. Calvin's eyes widened as he absorbed the latest incoming data from distant, forgotten archives. That might explain the galactic quarantine. Other civilizations keep their distance, terrified of what we might become if we embrace our design completely. They fear our capacity for improvisation, the way we can transform anything into a weapon in an instant. It's not just survival, it's a ticking time bomb waiting to detonate. Mac's jaw tightened as he glared at the flickering holograms, each image a relic of a violent past. Every battle, every war we've fought, has been a rehearsal for this moment. We were not made to be tame. Our strength lies in our unpredictability, our ability to evolve from chaos. But that same power could turn us into monsters beyond measure. A sudden, icy gust rattled the corridors of the ship, as if the vessel itself mourned the loss of ancient souls. Jax's voice, now resolute and fierce, rang out, "So what's our move? Do we cower in fear of what we might become, or do we confront our origins head-on, embrace our horrific potential, and decide our own fate? Do we remain the silent terror that haunts the nightmares of other species, or do we rise and reveal our true form?" Sarah's lips pressed into a thin line as she looked into the eyes of her comrades. We face the truth head-on. We scour every hidden archive, every cursed ruin, every cryptic symbol etched into ancient stone. We confront the myths, the mass extinctions, the horrifying leaps in our evolution. We demand answers. If we were designed as a weapon, a tool of endless war, then our creators must be out there. And if they return, we must choose whether to obey them or defy them. Mac's eyes blazed as he addressed the room, his voice rising like a battle cry over the low hum of machinery. We adapt, we endure, and we conquer. But we are not mindless soldiers of fate. We have the power to shape our destiny. We may have been engineered as the ultimate biological weapon, but we are not shackled by our origins. We decide our path, our purpose. A heavy silence fell as the crew absorbed the enormity of their mission. Outside, Earth glimmered, a fragile, blue beacon against the infinite darkness, a reminder of hope intertwined with dread. Calvin's trembling fingers danced over the controls, transmitting encrypted data to allied outposts scattered across the galaxy. I'm linking our findings with archives from civilizations that have long recorded inexplicable events. Wars that defy logic, symbols that defy explanation, genetic sequences mirroring our own. The evidence is out there, hidden in the dark recesses of time. Jax's fists clenched as he glared at the data. His voice, filled with raw determination, rang out, every hidden archive, every ruined temple, every cryptic message etched in stone. Let us tear apart the fabric of our history. And when we do, let the galaxy see that humanity is not a mistake but a marvel. We are the ultimate biological weapon, and it's time we decide how to wield that power. Sarah's eyes shimmered with both hope and terror as she spoke softly. If we awaken our full potential, we risk unleashing a horror that might devour everything in its path. The architects of our creation may have intended us to lie dormant, a sleeping giant activated only when the universe demanded our fury. But what if that power, once unleashed, consumes not just our enemies, but us as well? Mac stepped forward, his voice rising like a clarion call in the oppressive darkness. We are more than the sum of our origins. We are the choices we make when faced with the void. Whether engineered for war or not, Sarah's voice quivered as she recalled visions of ancient battlefields, ruins haunted by spectral warriors, landscapes marred by scars of eldritch wars. Every legend, every myth about wars in the heavens and titanic battles with gods and monsters, it's as if our past is screaming at us. We must face that darkness and decide, will we embrace the horror within, or will we fight to redefine our legacy? Mac's eyes burned with unwavering conviction as he surveyed his crew, each face reflecting both fear and determination. They tried to quarantine us, to erase the memory of our true potential. But we are not meant to be confined to shadows. We will rise. We will search for the truth hidden in the ruins of our past, even if it means confronting the architects of our very existence. A cold, spectral wind seemed to ripple through the ship as if the ghosts of ancient warriors were stirring in the dark recesses of time. The low hum of the engines merged with the distant, mournful wail of forgotten souls, creating a symphony of dread and defiance. Jax's voice, raw and resolute, echoed in the darkened hull. To every hidden archive, every cursed ruin, every whisper in the void, let us find the truth. And when we do, let the galaxy see that humanity is not merely a weapon to be feared, but a force to be reckoned with, a force that will not be silenced by destiny or terror. Sarah's eyes filled with fierce light as she addressed the assembled crew. Our legacy is not written in the annals of a forgotten war. It is forged in every battle we fight, every mystery we unravel, every scar that marks our existence. We have the power to redefine what it means to be human, even if that means embracing the darkness that lies within us. Calvin's fingers flew over the console as he transmitted data to distant allies, his voice a blend of excitement and trepidation. I'm linking our findings with ancient archives from civilizations that have recorded inexplicable events, wars of gods and monsters, cryptic symbols that mirror our own design. The evidence is there, hidden deep in the dark recesses of time. We're close. I can feel it in every anomaly, every fragment of lost history. Mac turned slowly toward the expansive viewport, his gaze fixed on the swirling cosmos, a tapestry of burning stars, enigmatic nebulas, and endless darkness. They fear us because we are the forgotten war incarnate. Our existence is an enigma, a weapon engineered for a purpose we have yet to fully understand. And if our creators ever return, if they seek to reclaim the instrument they once forged, then we must be ready to choose our own destiny. A long, charged silence enveloped the room as the weight of his words pressed on every soul. Outside, Earth glowed like a fragile blue jewel against the infinite darkness, a symbol of hope intermingled with terror. Jax broke the silence with a determined cry. I say we don't wait for the storm to hit. We prepare ourselves. We scour every relic of our past, every hidden archive, every ruined temple, every cryptic inscription carved in stone that speaks of forgotten war. When we uncover the truth, let the galaxy know that humanity is not a mistake. We are the spark that lights the path to a future we choose to build. Sarah's voice, soft yet resolute, whispered, Our history, our DNA, every scar and every triumph. It's all a testament to our indomitable spirit. Now, as we stand on the brink of uncovering our origins, we must embrace that spirit, even as it terrifies us. Mac's final words, delivered with the intensity of a battle cry that reverberated off every metal surface of the CosmoDawn, rang out. We adapt, we endure, and we conquer. We are the forgotten war, the ultimate biological weapon, and our future is ours to command. Let the search begin. Let the truth guide us, and let our destiny be written in the stars. In that charged moment, the crew stood united, hearts pounding with resolve and fear. The darkness beyond beckoned with secrets of lost wars and eldritch horrors, and the journey to reclaim their true nature was set to begin. Every heartbeat, every whispered memory of battles fought in forgotten ages would guide them into the unknown. And as they took that first defiant step into the void, they knew deep within that nothing would ever be the same again.